that a little bit. Get the keyboard out of the way. Since we're live, we're doing it. We're live on the YouTube. Alright. Boom. 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 That's an angle. Alright, folks. Yeah, we're on YouTube. Let's go ahead and hit start all. So now we are also on Twitch and Kick. I'm going to take care of that backlight, because that is annoying. So annoying. Hang on. You stay quiet. What's your tail? Oh, what's your tail? What's your curly tail? There we go. All right. Back for another session. Working on this cover art that I got here. Oh, that is some hot tea. That is too hot. Digital pen right here. And yeah. So it's coming along okay, I guess. I mean, it's been a bit of all right. Could use some work. Use some color. Excuse me. Thinking first, let's go ahead and get Twitch up. There we go. So I'm live on the Twitch chat. Definitely lacking in some definition in a lot of parts, a lot of details. I think I'm going to do what I said I was going to do initially and work on some color. I think it would be in my best interest to practice. Boom. And like watch tutorial online about digital paint, because it has been such a long time since I worked, but I'm just going to go ahead and jump right in and paint. Choose a brush and start applying things. Now I wonder, I'm sure there's a fill tool I could be using that would make my life a lot easier. Let's see. See what the internet says. Quick fill tool for Krita line art. Let's see. Select anything. Magic wand tool. Okay, so what happens if I hit that? Alright. So that is giving me something. Okay, and then if I hit control, no, select, I get a little plus sign. Alright, rock on. I can go in and I can select different parts. Boom, make selections bigger. Yes. Yes. Some of these weird lines to go away. Keep filling in space. So, having a hard time concentrating today. You've been watching my channel, you know I've been going through a lot this past year. last year, 2025, tried to help out a family member. They wound up stealing from me, went into a whole rage cycle. My wife couldn't see me go through that again and separated from me, so I'm still dealing with the fallout of that, trying to fix my marriage, and having a really hard time letting go of all these angry emotions that I've been struggling with. And today it's just been hitting me kind of hard because, by gum, I want revenge. I want to make him suffer. I want to make him suffer. I want to make his mama suffer. I want to stop suffering. I think that's probably the most important bit. It would be nice if I could just let go, but I'm still in that stage of where I am finding things missing and being triggered by it. And it's not fair. I tried to help out a family member. Didn't really want to, felt obligated to, because family, you help family. That's just kind of the rule. And I got taken advantage of. I got treated cruelly for it. And then told by his mother, the main person I was really trying to help through all this, that I was no longer family. And just dealing with a lot of anger. A lot of anger today. And mixed emotions, and trying to get over it, trying to resolve it, because I want to fix my marriage. I want my wife back in my life. Like, I miss her like crazy today as well too, and that's part of where a lot of this anger is coming from. But things were not great between us. I could have been a better husband for a long time, but this family member, this cousin who's closer to me than my own brother, came along and really poisoned the relationship. Like, saw that there was issues going on with it and didn't give a fuck. Even though we were trying to help him out and help him with his situation, decided to throw a wrench into it and make things even worse. And I tried to convince him not to. Like, I knew what was going on. I could tell. I could see, the shiftiness in his eyes. And tried to convince him to have a little fucking mercy and just appreciate that we were trying to help him. And he just saw that as complaining. And, he saw the disparity, the difference between my life and his, and assumed that gave him a right to fuck me over. So I'm really struggling with that. I'm struggling with not calling Child Protective Services on his mother, who has guardianship of his own children that he lost custody of because he's such a mess. There's that temptation that's really, really nagging at me. Like, I almost did it for Christmas, just to really stick it to her. That's how petty and upset I am. I didn't, but I wanted to. And by all rights, like, she should not have custody of those kids because she's a fucking monster. She's a sociopath who acts like she's not, like most narcissistic women do. Make herself out to be the victim and a godly woman when it's convenient to her. But really, just a fucking monster. And stayed with a guy who beat the shit out of her for years and cheated on her and made jokes about it. Probably still does. Like, real toxic shit. Right now, that cousin of mine is in jail for ripping us off. And the family's completely cut me off because my wife rather, pressed charges against him for what he did. Like, how dare you hold him accountable for things that he actually did when he's stolen from the rest of us and we've all given him a free pass, which is exactly why he's doing it. And it's always been up to me to be the disciplinarian, to step in where his parents utterly refuse to, and to try and hold him accountable. And he's a grown-ass man, and I still find myself being put in that spot, and that's just not fair. So, I'm pretty furious, dealing with a lot of anger today. Thank God I got my animals. Thank God my wife is still in my life. But if we're going to have a healthy marriage moving forward, I got to get past this stuff. I got to resolve it however the hell I can. And I think the next step is legal stuff. Take his ass to court, trying to recoup losses, because we got him with the federal, but there's still the consolation, which sucks. I don't want to deal with legal stuff, but for my wife's sake, we're doing it the legal way, letting the law handle him. I would rather handle him my damn self. See, I'm feeling like I should have gone over my line work again, and that would make this process that I'm doing right now a lot easier. But I am loving how the Magic Wand tool is working for this purpose. Like, it's giving me a nice base layer selection, but it's, at the same time, it's not, because it's all uneven. So, yeah, I might go back a step and do my line art again, do it with a pen instead of a mechanical pencil type tip like I did here. That might be the way to go. So if I went Control D, is that going to unselect everything? No. Shift D. Is that, if I right click, deselect. If I hit Control Z, reselects. But if I just hit D, Alt D, no. Shift D, no. Control Shift A is to deselect. How is that? Control Shift A. Okay. Control Shift A, and that deselects it. Not really sure how that works, but that's how that works, I guess. Alright, so yeah, I can get rid of that line. In fact, I can get rid of cut layer. Okay. So currently you cut layers instead of just deleting layers. Alright. I mean, they say a life lived well is the best revenge, and that is what I'm trying to do. But a lot of angry feelings wrapped up in this still. Ink. Let's go to ink. Bamboo thin. Do I want bamboo thin? No, I want more of a liner. Yeah, liner. Line art. Liner. That sounds perfect. Alright, let's start with a bigger shape. I went up a layer. I'm going to go ahead and name this so I'm not guessing what things are. Let's see. Nope, that's not it. Double click. Boom. That gives me the option. And line art. Caps lock again, so I'm not making it too weird. Go ahead and keep art in big letters, even though that wasn't the intention. I want a good black color. Oh, still got the wrong nib. There we go. There we go. Alright, I do not have an eraser selected. I feel shaky. Nope. Let's keep that normal. Alright, sweet. Brush tip, blending mode, opacity. What I'm looking for is smoothing. I want smoothing. Maybe I don't need it. Yeah, maybe I don't need it. This sucks. I missed the wife like crazy today. It's like this aching in my chest. Okay, save them. That's fine. No, it's definitely too thick. It's too thick. Yeah. I was right the first time. Alright. See, and as I'm doing it all slow, I can see these subtle little jitters. Zooming way too much. That feels alright. Gentle. Bring that in a little bit. A little bit better. Boom. Kind of want that one to taper off just a little bit. Like, bam? No. There. That's better. Slight curve on that? No. Y'all get to see how anal in particular I really am. Well, I can never be happy with any artwork I do. Nope, not that one. That one? And maybe that one. It's overkill. It's cool up there. Nice and dark. Fade that in. Fade that in. Fade that in. Fade that in. Boom. 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 Okay, let's go down from the nose. Nah, not happy with that. Is it that curve? That curve? No. No. That curve? Nope. No. No. Better. It's down, not quite. Okay. Nope. Nah. Being way too particular, I know this. Like, line weight is important. You know, maybe treating this as a single curve isn't right. Maybe I want to go in, out to show the smoosh, and another in to show the hint of a smile. And back, and that there, that there. No, it's too straight. A little more curve to show volume. And that up. Oops. In too far. And we want his lip coming out. A little bit of space. That works because it drops it down and I kind of want to tighten up the jaw a little bit. think that works. Nope. Okay. Good line weight there. A little crooked there. Bring that down. Boom. Nope. Still not loving that. Nope. Okay. Nope. Let's get rid of that line. No. Better. I can use that. I can definitely use that. Yeah. Well, no. Nope. Nope. No. Okay. Nope. Nope. Trying to connect that. Oh. Well, that's almost there. Okay. So what I don't like is that little bit right there. So I got pen mode here. I want to switch, go back to move draw. Click this button so it goes. Well, shit. Okay, so in eraser mode, let's select hard eraser and drop the size down till it's just like 2 pixels. And I can use that to clean up stuff very delicately, zooming in far more than I even need to. Click the button on again, and back in pen mode. From pen mode, I can go back to ink, and I can select the nib that I was using. Bam! Which is the Moo Liner Art Pen. Sweet. Oh, raspberry hibiscus. Oh, that's tasty. Boom. And then the hair. Her hair is a whole thing. Like, it's going to be a matter of finding the right brush that's going to let me do it like strand by strand, layer by layer, and put it in, I think. I got the shape put in, but I don't want to ink that. I want to keep the pencil sketch that I got and then save that for a whole nother brush. And then I'm thinking I'm even going to try and somehow incorporate her hair into the title. That'll be fun. That'll be interesting, he said sarcastically. Alright, let's zoom back in. I feel like I got more control when I'm trying to cover a larger space than I do over a lesser. Still in pen mode. And sweeping lines, single sweeps and gestures in order to like really capture movement, flow. I can go a little bit thicker for this line because it's under the neck. Don't want to dip in too strongly. I want a soft curve. Actually, what if I get a soft curve that gently tapers back out to the chest? Okay, that works. And throw that one in from the back of the head, goes like this, and swoops down to the back muscles. Too much of a waver there. And shook a little bit more than I wanted it to. Okay. Yeah, okay. There should be a line right here, like, bam, bam. A little bit of something there. Let's get that cheekbone in. No. I like the idea of her having cheekbones that are so sharp you could cut yourself on them, you know? A little line here. No, that looks a little bold right away. Okay. Nope. Bam. Nope. Bam. No. I think I can live with that. Nope. It's not an S curve. That's a C curve. So that should be. Make that an S curve. That looks a little better right there. Lula. No. No. Hush up. Sit. Sit. Sit, Lulu. Sit. Good dog. Nope. I'm adding details I didn't have. Nope. I'm gonna have to brew some more tea. Nope. Yeah, that works. Dimension there. Kind of had a sharp line. Bam. Nope. Bam. Yeah. Bam. I'm just not a fan of doing male anatomy. It's not fun. It's not fun. Not nice to look at. Nope. Too much waver in that line. Need more line confidence. Ugh. Not there. Let's try it one more time. Actually, let's go up. Let that taper back. Okay, that works. That'll pass for an ear. This is jaw, then her shoulder over here. No. Yeah, I think that works. Clavicle line. Now let's try it again. Clavicle line. Another one, I don't hate that. Shoulder line. No. Bring it down instead. Shoulder line. Okay. Oh, that works. I feel like that works. It's a little creepy, but it works. Ditch that sublayer. It's coming together. It's looking like a good coloring book page. Alright. Nope. No. Keep doing an S curve here. It's at a weird angle. I suppose I could just try rotating the canvas to something that's a little more comfortable for my hand, because what I'm doing is I'm doing this weird S sort of curve there in that area. That works. It works. I got to erase part of it, but that definitely works. And then I'm doing a shoulder blade. So this area is going to be raised there. Not quite straight section there. Let's go ahead and go eraser mode. Erase all that. See, and there it is again. Like, I'm struggling a little bit, so my mind decides to distract me with negative thinking. Like, that's just poor self-conditioning right there. Pen mode. That, alright. This line was intended to be like hair, so I'm going to save that for later. Not mess with that. Some of the blue lines I should be messing with and like working in, because those are supposed to be like her natural stripes. The hands are tough. They're really tough. I'm going to have to look up something to help with the texture flow on that, I think. Some live reference from nature. Nope. I feel like I had this a couple of attempts ago and I should have just left it. No. Nope. I think that works. We'll say that works. get up and send the wife a text like a simp. I am just missing her like crazy today. I'm wondering, okay, shoulder blades, and those are shoulder. Okay, it's working. It's possible that this section is a little bit long. Maybe I want to change that whole angle to up here. And the elbow should be right about where navel is. So, yeah, I mean, that is, yeah. The arm should maybe be ending here. Damn it. Damn you, anatomy. Stop. Shh. Stop. Just cool it. Staffy Mix came approaching the patio, just barking her head off. Set her off. Go lay down. Go to bed. Go to bed. Go to bed. Go lay down. You ain't bad, but you ain't right. Just go down. Go. Good girl. Yeah, that arm. Upper arm is just too long. Yeah. Because I don't want to redraw it. What I want is this tool. I know, baby. I know. I heard. I saw. You didn't start it, but god damn it, you did take it too far. Oop. Control Z, take that off. Control T, boom, that gives you transform. Turn off by just rotating it up. It's kind of perfect. Control-Shift-A to deselect that. And let's go back to Move Draw and stay on the same layer that I'm on. Select Mechanical Pencil. Shit. Go back to the pen selection mode. Rough in those details. We got his throat here. Just a little bit of an Adam's apple, let that come out. That line. Which means we've removed his chest from the line art level as well. You know, I feel like the angle of this arm is off. Like this is working. Maybe like that. Got a bit of an S curve there. Should be on that. Which means the angle on that should be more like that. So let's go ahead and ditch that. And the shoulder line is off. Nope. 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 Almost. Not quite. I'll take it. Son of a bitch. I didn't realize I've been doing that shit on the wrong fucking layer. Oh, god damn it. Good. New. Let's do that. Let's do that. Bam. Hell yeah, that works. That totally works. I'll take that too. Nope. That works for me. That works too. Shit, look at that practice. It's suddenly making it perfect. And then I fucked it up. I got too cocky. I fucked it up. Damn it. That'll do. No, it won't. No. Too much of an S curve to that. Bam. Nah, too far in. Boom. I'll take it. Well, damn it, I just got this sneaking suspicion that I'm being watched. I had the theme from X-Men stuck in my head since yesterday. Nope. Huh. I had a sneaking suspicion I was being watched on Kick. Guess not. Alright, back to Twitch, where most of my viewership comes from. What happened? Oh, I'm on Eraser Tool, that's what happened. So on my line art layer, good. Add that, no. Add that line. Yeah, it works. Nope, not liking that. Not liking that either. See where Garrett's arm is coming down. One S curve here. This part of the arm fucks with me. I don't know why. It just does. Move an elbow, not too much. That's not the right shape. Nope. This is not a well-drawn hand. I'll admit that. I'm being very sloppy with this hand back here. Stop here and consider, yeah, knuckles. That works a little better. It's free and rushed and just trying to get her done. I actually kind of like how that came out. And we can add a little extra whomp. No. Whomp. No. Whomp. works. I think that works. It's coming along. It's coming along slow. It's coming along. Oops. Damn it. I fucked up my eraser mode. Which, to my credit, means I'm not having to erase a lot. I can go this long without even realizing that I messed up my eraser. That's good. It's very, very good. Alright, let's try at least wrapping up this ink layer. Because the temptation to quit right now is pretty damn high. I gotta be honest. There's definitely an urge to slack off at this point. But Garrett's pretty much done ink-wise. I got a little bit of this forearm, a couple lines to do there, his lower back. Hair. Fucking hair. I don't know, I might use a similar method I'm planning on doing with her hair with his hair. Alright, on the ink layer, I like it and I don't. That feels uneven to me. Excuse me. Okay, and then bam. No. Bam! Oh, look at that. Look at that. Just as I was thinking, like, just overdraw it and erase the excess. I did it. Hell yes. Too much of an arc. Still a little too much. It's doable. Oh, 1 second. Use it, she says. I am. I totally the fuck am. Really? Huh. Didn't even realize that was a layer off. Alright. Let's go ahead and get that done then. Use it, she says. You. That'll do. That'll do. I don't love this hand, so it kind of makes me want to like take a break and come back and work on it again later. Let's clean up some of the lines that I got though, like where I move stuff. The webbing here is good. Oh, I missed a nail. Use it, she says. New. New. Me. Nope. 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 And she cracked the code and figured out that all this time away and being separated from her is kind of what's causing me to write romance shit. use it, she says. That hand looks fucking awful. This pinky is too fat. I mean, it's doing its job, I guess, but... But if I let that slide, then I could say that my Dark-Hand King is done? No. I got one more line to throw in at least. Arm definition. Some more arm definition in this bitch. Then I'm ready to take a break. Nah. Well, almost. Not quite. That's right, I gotta clean up this section. Right here. Okay, clean up these bits. Down here. Right down there. Where else? Oh, right here. Right there. And hair. Ugh, I hate doing hair. I really hate doing hair. like I said, I'm going to be playing around with brushes when it comes to doing Arista's hair in particular. For Garrett's, I'm not sure exactly what I'm doing with that, but at this point, if I just draw in their hair lines, I can at least use the fill tool that I started out with this video trying to use, and be able to just click areas in order to fill in color. And that will make future stuff that much faster and easier to do. Keep that line reminiscent of a boob. And then, yeah, like I said, let's do softly throw in the hairlines here. Oh, that's an eraser tool. What's up, Lou? You thinking what I'm thinking? I think you're thinking what I'm thinking. New. Right for lines I don't even want to use. No. That works. That works. It might get a little hard to keep straight. I don't know, maybe for Garrett I should just draw his stuff in. Let's tighten that bit up. Get rid of this. Get rid of this. That'll work. It feels like placeholder shit in some cases, but it'll work. Just clean that line up. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Maybe I'm too thin down here. Alright. That's good. Now, if I experiment, if I go up a line and I select the Lou, hush up. Bam. And then shift. It's much cleaner, but it is still basing it on like layers underneath. Control Shift A, because we learned that during this lesson. I chose not to answer that. That might have been a job, but I feel like it was far more likely that that was going to be just more spam. Like, are you still looking for insurance, or would you like to roof your house? That I no longer fucking own right now. What is this saying? Thank you for your interest in the fare collection specialist position within the Metro Transit Division of the Metropolitan Council. The position is part of the union requiring internal applicants to be reviewed and considered first. Due to large internal interest for this position, I'm notifying externals that they will be reviewed and considered for this position if we need additional candidates in the process. What? What are they saying in this? This position is part of a union requiring internal applicants to be reviewed and considered first. Oh, okay. Internal applicants. So we got to review people who are inside the company first, and then we can look at people outside of the first. Due to large internal interest for this position, in other words, a lot of people who already work for that company and that corporation have applied. So I'm notifying externals that they will be reviewed and considered for this position if we need additional candidates in the process. So, if they don't hire anybody within the company for this position, I am still being considered. That's what they're saying. Fucking great. Okay. Okay. I might hear from another company soon. That's what one email is, and then the same company got a hold of me saying the call will take approximately 15 to 30 minutes. Please use the link below to select the time that works best for you. Groovy. And it takes me to an AI program. Fucking AI. And choose tomorrow. (9 to 9:15, 9:15 to 9:45, 9:30 to 10 a.m. Okay, tomorrow, 30-minute meeting, 9:30 a.m. to 10 a.m. Schedule a meeting. Alrighty. So I got a job interview tomorrow. That should be good. And this came along about how I expected. Let's turn this layer off. Oh, I still gotta do her stripes. I haven't done stripes on her yet, but let's go ahead and boom. Glorious. Oh, that's glorious. Lula, I love you. Shut the fuck up. Thank you. Yes. That'll work. That'll absolutely work for me. That'll work. Lula, zip it. Zip it. Hush. Hush. Awesome. Awesome. That's going to help me a lot when it comes to paint. Now I can just do it area by area. If I tighten up this area a little bit, I can section off her hand from the rest of her body. I should probably do that. I should do that now. Control-Shift-A. Yay. Select the pen tool. I believe I'm still in eraser mode. That's eraser mode. That's the pen tool. Alright. Let's zoom in on that area. I like how it breaks up with the inking. But it doesn't necessarily help me with the coloring when I get to that, which I should probably do tonight just to try and get it done. Oh, shit. Damn it. I hate it when I do that. Okay. Bam. Back down to line art. That is... fuck you every time. Alright. Do that. Do that. Do that. Do that. And now switch to the eraser tool. Smooth that out. Nope. Nope. Alright. I'm going to call it for now. What else do I need to do? She needs details. She needs her stripes inked in still. I might save that just for a paint layer, because the whole objective of this was to create sections that I could successfully fill. I'm going to go ahead and name this layer Fill. No, I'm going to call this layer Uncle Phil. Boom. And let's experiment just with the magic wand tool. Clickety. Bam! Everything on her but the hand. Sweet. So that whole section. Arms, boobles, other arm, neck, head, space under the boobles. All of that becomes one. So I can just like use the fill tool, use the bucket tool, and just clickety. Oh yeah, Uncle Phil should go under line art. My bad. Let's go ahead and experiment so I can show off why I spent all that time doing that. Unbleached silk. Oh, that sounds wonderful. Okay, fill and clickety. I said click. What? Why isn't it doing the thing? Well, that's fucked up. That's not. Why isn't it doing what it's supposed to do? I thought that was just supposed to fill. There it is. Why did that not work? Okay. Alright. Well, let's keep playing with that, since that was, oh, so painless. Let's select Garrett. Hit Shift. Garrett again. Garrett again. So that's his whole body. Yeah. We got the ear. We got this section, which, yeah, that's neck. It's supposed to be neck. His chest, all that fun stuff. Select this. Go to apricot. Select the paint bucket tool again. Bam. Oh, look at that. He's a little bit more tan. Sweet. Let's go ahead and keep going with it. Select the magic wand tool again. We're still on Uncle Phil. Select her tail. Select the color. What was I thinking? Blue, white is kind of what I have. Ice blue. Frost blue. Let's go frost blue. Okay. Paint bucket. Bam. Yeah, that works. And then ochre is what I imagine for her hands. That's avocado, that's Amazon, that's bottle green, that's coal black, Cal Poly Pomona, forest green, Napier green. Maybe that's closer to what I'm thinking. Alright, hit OK, hit the magic wand tool. Select that. Yeah, that'll work. The fill tool. Yes. Yeah. Yep, that works. Select that section. Control plus. Why is it selecting so much? Alt? Alt gives me the minus. Okay. Sweet. Alright, bucket tool. Bam. Bam. And last but not least, let's do that. Shift that whole thing. including all that fun stuff. And rose pink, pink, half magenta, carnation, maybe half magenta. Is that the color I'm thinking for that? I think that's the color I'm thinking for that. Paint bucket tool, bam. That shade of blue again. Nope. Control Shift A. That's cute, but nope. Back to the magic wand tool. Doot. 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 Nope. Control Z, Control A, or no, Shift in order to give me the additive selection. Lua, stop. We're at it. Let's fine tune this section down here. So we got that included. Bam. What else? What else do I need? Oh yeah. While we're at it, let's do that. Bam. All right. Oh. Add this section in. Giggity. All right. Get the paint bucket tool and blammo. That's all filled in. What about her lips? What color do I want to make her lips? I think I want to do the same half magenta color. While we're at it, let's throw in All right. That little section. Coffee. Coconut. Coffee. Coffee, I guess. With coffee colored hair. Standard black and white. Select the pen tool. Go back to the line art level. What's not happening? What's going on here? I accidentally selected. What's going on? Control Shift A. Here we go. Boom. Alright. Now I can select that. That works. Let's add Shift to that. Let's add Shift to that. Select that, select the eyedropper. Oh, we're selling coffee, never mind. No, we're not. Okay, boom. And then paint bucket tool again, bam. Alright, I got that white part to fill in still. This bit right here. It's a bit of inking I need to fix. Select her eyebrow. Select her whole eyebrow. Love how this is all just clicking right back in. This is great. Bam. All right. Eminence. Oh, that's exactly the color her hair is supposed to be. Yes. 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 Bam. 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 Fuck. Okay. The reason I say fuck is, yeah. Damn it. Okay. Let's go forward 1. Now on the proper fill layer, let's go back and repeat everything that I did. All right. Switch back to that real quick. Go back to line art. Select the pen tool again. What just happened? Oh, yeah, duh. Control Shift A to deselect all that, and then I can throw that in. Alright, boom. So this has been a lot of fun and a lot of really good practice for me learning how to use the tools in Krita. Something I have been putting off for a long ass time. But just this session, I feel like I figured out a lot of stuff. Boom. That I've been putting off learning. No. Damn it. What's going on with this? Stop fucking around. Select the color. You know the color. Boom. Okay. Slightly further than I was planning on getting. The Control Shift A. Yeah, stuff's coming along. Stuff is coming along. Let's go ahead and add some of the background stuff just to see how that looks. Like, okay, get rid of that. Add that layer with the transparency. And then vector, vector, vector. Okay. Now I'm good for a break, and I should take the dog for a walk. So I'm going to do that. So thank you everybody who's joined me, commentators and not. This has been a pretty fun 2 hours. I'm proud of what's gotten done today. So I'm going to call it for now. Unlincoln Path 93 wants to stream with you. Okay. Oh, AI mod. Great. Okay. Sure. Whatever. 2 viewers. Hey, Kick. I don't pop on here very often, at least I'm not aware of it. AI mod. Stuff is just getting deleted. Yep. Wow. Okay, so thanks for checking me out. I will be back later. I'm sorry, I really don't interact with Kick very often. Get on the OBS, hit stop all, peace, and yeah.